Once, in a quiet village tucked between fields and forest, there lived an old woman everyone simply called Grandmother. Her hair was the color of moonlight, and time had gently etched lines across her face. Yet her eyes, those eyes, were bright, alive, and endlessly kind. No matter how hard life became, Grandmother always seemed at peace. And because of that, the villagers loved her. She lived alone in a small clay house beside a great banyan tree whose roots spilled into the earth like patient fingers. Her husband had passed many years earlier. She had no children of her own. Still, she never spoke of loneliness. Each afternoon she would sit beneath the banyan tree, greeting passers-by, listening more than she spoke, and offering everyone the same gentle smile. Life in the village was not easy. The farmers prayed for rain that sometimes never came. The carpenters worked until their hands ached. In the market, coins were counted carefully. Illness, hunger, and worry visited often, and many hearts carried quiet fear. One morning, a young woman named Radha came to Grandmother's home. Her eyes were red from crying, her shoulders heavy with worry. "My husband went to the city to find work," Radha said through tears. "Weeks have passed. No money, no letters. My children are hungry, and I am afraid." Grandmother looked at her with calm eyes and said softly, "Sit with me, child. Tell me, what do you believe will happen?" Radha wiped her face. "I only imagine terrible things. What if he cannot find work? What if he forgets us?" Grandmother shook her head slowly, not in scolding, but in understanding. "When our thoughts are dark," she said, "our hearts grow heavy. But when our thoughts hold light, the heart grows stronger." Radha looked at her helplessly. "How can I think good thoughts when everything feels so bad?" Grandmother smiled. "Then listen to a story." Radha leaned closer. "Long ago," Grandmother began, "there was a poor man who believed he had nothing. No food, no family, no future. One day, he sat by a river and wept. An old woman came to him and asked why he cried. He said, 'Because I have nothing to live for.' The woman pointed to the flowing river, the trees swaying in the breeze, the sun warming his skin. 'You still have life,' she said. 'If you only count what is missing, you will always suffer. But if you see what remains, you will find peace.' The man listened. Slowly, his tears stopped. He noticed the river, the warmth, the sound of birds. And though his life did not change that day, his thinking did. And from that moment, his life began to move forward." Grandmother looked at Radha. "Nothing magical happened to him," she said. "He simply chose hope over despair." Radha whispered, "Can thinking really change my life?" "Yes," Grandmother replied gently. "Each morning, tell yourself, 'Today, I will endure.' With that strength, you will care for your children, do your work, and wait with hope instead of fear." Radha nodded slowly. "I will try." She left the house feeling lighter than when she arrived. Every morning after that, Radha repeated the words, "Today will be a good day." She worked, cared for her children, and held hope close even when worry tried to return. Weeks later, a letter arrived. Her husband had found work. Money was on its way. Radha ran to the banyan tree, tears of joy streaming down her face. Grandmother only smiled and said, "You see, child problems never disappear, but a hopeful heart can carry us through them." Word spread through the village. People came with their fears, their grief, their doubts, and Grandmother gave them the same gift she always had, not answers, but perspective. She taught them this: we cannot control life, but we can choose how we face it. And sometimes that choice changes everything.
Like and subscribe. Thank you.